The One Thing has arrived, and this week's One Thing is all about the one favorite hidden secret of Disneyland that we hold dear. There's so much to know, so many great things of sort of myth and folklore when it comes to the Disneyland Resort having been open 60 plus years. There's a lot that went into the place, and so today we are asking our team, hey, what are some of the secrets that you like the most when it comes to the Disneyland Resort? Katrina, let's start with you. A favorite secret of yours?
Okay, so over in Cafe Orleans, there's a copper espresso machine with an eagle on top. And it's kind of like as you walk in. And it was made by La Pavoni, which named the machine Ideale, which is like ideal. And Walt and Lillian bought that machine when they were in Italy and shipped it over to Disneyland to have in there. And this machine, it's called Ideale because it's ideal, because it's like the most revolutionary machine that they created back then. And so it was only natural that Walt wanted it to be in Disneyland because he wanted all of the cool things that were revolutionary to be in Disneyland.
And he wanted things that are very authentic in his land. Absolutely. Tyler, what you got?
Well, we're only supposed to talk about one thing, so I won't talk about how Doritos are. Their Disneyland is the home of Doritos. I won't talk about that.
But you just did. So now we know. Secret's
okay,
out.
The secret that I'm going to go with, though, I've got like 4 secrets here that I would love to share with everybody. But the one I'm going to go with is that over at Space Mountain, there's a couple little secret numbers there. And the first one is that the space station that you actually travel to is Space Station 77 for the year that the ride opened. And then another kind of little secret in there is in the queue, if you look at that ship that's hanging up above the track, it says DL05 on it. And that is the date, that is the year, I should say, of when they reopened after they totally redid the track, ripped out the old track, put the new one in, and that was the year they reopened the new Space Mountain. So yeah, I like those little Space Mountain secrets, and I love how they throw in the little numbers and stuff here and there that you have to be a true fan to kind of figure those out.
I like those nods as well. And Garrett, being Mr. Walt Disney World, do you have a secret that you're aware of from Disneyland?
Yes, I am. It's not big in any mindset, and I mean actual big as in size. So if you go to the Coca-Cola refreshment corner on Main Street, in there the lights go red, white, red, white, red, white. When they first built the establishment, they had an uneven number. And so it would like over here. So here's the corner. It would go white, and then it was white over here. And Disney didn't like that. So they created a light bulb that's half colored white, half colored red to keep the symmetry going for it. And I saw it on a Disneyland Twitter post one day about like a little secret. I was just like, that's interesting. Rather than like just having it be like white, they had it white, half red, half white, red. And it's just really unique in that they could have redone the entire thing, but no, they're just going to do a simple thing of painting half the red, half the white, and it's good to go. So that's my little very tiny thing.
Very interesting. And those details are what make Disneyland so special. Producer Kurt, what secret you got for us?
Well, so my secret isn't as glamorous as the others. Mine is a nice little secret bathroom that I like to visit. On the left-hand side, when you go into Disneyland, there's the check-in area for the tour guides, and right behind there is a bathroom that no one usually uses. I can usually get in there. Of course, now that I've spilled this secret, everyone's probably going to go in and use my bathroom. But it's a nice little bathroom back there that is just kind of tucked away, and
We're talking like behind the guided tour gardens area?
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right back there. Mm-hmm. There's a little door. You can open it up. It's a family restroom, only one at a time. But that's my secret.
Your secret.
Yeah,
Very good.
I like places where I can go to the bathroom, without other people.
Right. Well, now everybody's going to be pounding on that door saying, get out of there.
Yeah.
Secret no more. Way to go, buddy. Yeah. I'll tell you that one of my secrets, as somebody that has worked at the Disneyland Resort for a number of years, somebody that definitely has been around the block a time or two, I can share with you that the Disneyland Dream Suite, now known, I think, as something else entirely, it's now like a dining location. If you're willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars, you can rent it out as essentially like a dining hall as part of the backside of Club 33. But for years, it was called the Disney Gallery. It's right above Pirates of the Caribbean. And the Disney Gallery was a place where you could go in and take a look at artwork. This originally was going to be a new style apartment for Walt Disney and his family. They've, of course, built the one over the firehouse that still stands to this very day. But they wanted to build one that was bigger in New Orleans Square. As New Orleans Square came along a little bit later in Disneyland's development, the idea became, let's build a much bigger apartment above Pirates of the Caribbean. It was just going to be sitting there on the second floor of New Orleans Square. Well, over years, that space changed from wanting to be an apartment, never really got to that point because Walt passed away, but turned into a variety of different things, whether it be office space, whether it be a planning spot for Tokyo Disneyland, but it became the Disney Gallery for a number of years. And when it transitioned during the Year of a Million Dreams, after the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, they decided to make a big dream come true for guests, and that was staying the night inside Disneyland Park. So if you were lucky enough to get one of the million dreams throughout the year, you were sort of bestowed upon a night stay at the Disneyland Dream Suite within Disneyland Park. So they turned this into a palace and really did make this into something that Walt Disney would have wanted had he still been alive, and used this as his apartment. So they used a lot of inspiration. I used to give the tour for everybody. I was a concierge there. I was a caretaker of that suite for a period of time. And I remember when we first took it over, hearing from some of the Disney Gallery staff that had been up there for years, that the area was haunted. And I will share with you that as somebody who took care of that Disneyland Dream Suite on many graveyard ships, that I experienced multiple times something that cannot be explained. What? Maybe on a Halloween broadcast I'll share the stories, but there is something up there to this very day that cannot be explained. Something that has messed with many a cast member and never messed with our guests, but definitely something that I can't wait to share with you in future broadcasts. But that's definitely, I think, more than one secret of New Orleans Square and the Disneyland Dream Suite that has now been turned into essentially an upcharged dining experience, if you can afford it, where you can go in and sort of rent the facility if you've got enough cash. But those are just some of the secrets that we bring to you about the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.